Let me tell you a story. In a time when division defined us, hate dominated every headline, and crisis crippled our communities,
this is a story you wouldn't expect.
This is a story of a love that has no limits.
Last year in Los Angeles, love went to work. Over 650 nonprofits, faith communities, and local businesses united with 20,000 volunteers to help solve the greatest problems facing their city. This was a movement of collaboration beyond color or class, political parties or denominations.
Creating a movement where real needs could be met and anyone could be part of the solution. Love inspired thousands to step up to foster and adopt.
Love paid off medical debt for struggling families.
Love planted a hope community in every California state prison, closed hundreds of child welfare cases,
Opened free medical clinics,
and placed people without homes into permanent housing and rehabilitation. Then, celebrating what love did, each volunteer gathered at SoFi Stadium with some of our generation's greatest influencers. More than just a moment, this was the start of a movement.
Today, over 100 different organizations have adopted these initiatives, not just as a campaign, but as a culture.
As the story in LA continues to grow, the next chapter begins here in Houston.
Still rebuilding after multiple natural disasters, there are over 700,000 living below the poverty line.
Texas leads the nation with the largest amount of crippling medical debt.
Over 500 children in Harris County alone are legal orphans.
It's time for a love that has no limits to go to work again.
It's time to set aside our logos, labels, and egos to unite with something bigger than ourselves.
This is how we'll change the headlines.
Hundreds of NGOs, faith communities, and nonprofits will transform into serve centers, hubs of service in their neighborhoods, working on long-term initiatives to create change, empowering the people closest to the problem and best positioned to solve it.
Together, we'll eradicate $40 million in medical debt. We'll find homes for hundreds of children stuck in the foster care system.
We'll create a welcoming community for thousands of international refugees, and we'll serve high school students all across the metro area. This movement will all lead up to a historic moment, One Day Houston.
With the goal of activating
50,000 volunteers to serve, uniting with anyone to do good and no one to do wrong. Facilitating school events,
beautification projects,
homeless outreach,
medical clinics,
building projects,
aid distribution, and solution-based serve initiatives.
This is not clicktivism, it's activism. We're not just sharing something, we're doing something.
Then every volunteer will gather at an iconic stadium in Houston,
along with some of the biggest names in entertainment, to celebrate what love did for Houston.
We've proven we can unite in crisis. Now it's time to unite for a cause. Love has no limits.